Police checkpoints like this are more common these days in Mexico City. It's an effort to keep rising violence on the outskirts of the capital from reaching the heart of the country. Throughout Mexico's 6-year drug war, Mexico City has been one of the places least touched by violence. In Mexico State, which borders and surrounds the capital, there were 84 murders in January. That's the highest death toll in this area since 2007, according to local reporters. In many cases, these were mass killings where bodies were either left mutilated or even dismembered. Authorities here blame a turf war between two cartels for this new wave of killings, and the local police chief says Mexico City needs to be better prepared in case it spreads.
I have the impression that Mexico City's leaders know their privileged calm could be short-lived if they don't take the appropriate steps.
Mexico City isn't just safer than much of the rest of the country, it's also safer than many other cities around the world. For instance, it has a much lower murder rate than Washington, D.C. in the U.S. or Sao Paulo in Brazil. But analysts say that has more to do with luck than good police work.
Mexico City really didn't do anything to stop this violence. I mean, they didn't start any big prevention programs, and they didn't do a very thorough modernization of their police force. So even if Mexico City has the best police force in the country, they know they have to do more.
The threat is nationwide too. Drug violence continues roughly at the same pace it has for the past 2 years. Mexico's new president, Enrique Peña Nieto, promised to lower the murder rate and launch a new federal force to fight the cartels. But since he took office on December 1st, violence increased slightly across the country. On the edge of the capital, police now face the same challenges they do in most violent parts of Mexico, and they're paid little to face the risks and avoid the temptations of the lucrative drugs business.
Most of the problems we have are because our security forces treat their job as a business. Cops start off as accomplices to criminals, but in the end become criminals themselves.
Police corruption is nothing new in Mexico, but as violence continues unabated, reversing it could be the greatest challenge of the new administration. Adam Marini, Al Jazeera, Mexico City.